welcome to SveNFL.
What's up, y'all?
It's Jonathan Rollins.
Schif Mizara.
And we are two Americans living in Sweden, talking about football. Yeah, man, it's that time of the year, man. We are very close. It's like the end of August. The season really, literally snuck up on us. We had to have a pre-show meeting to set up things because the season is almost here, man. It's like, wow, like scarily close to the season. Yeah, glad we're back. What's been up with you, bro? I haven't seen you in a bit. Well, I was seeing you a week ago, but we haven't been in touch physically in a while.
Yes, sexually. We have not physically touched one another in quite some time, sexually speaking. A lot has happened in the last week.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get into it.
Let's go.
First thing I learned, Isak has a girlfriend.
Oh, Isak has a girlfriend.
I'm actually.
I'm an excited uncle over here. Uncle Johnny is excited over here, man.
I'm technically not supposed to talk about it, but
well, you know how it is. Cool parents, we do this. We do this. Like if you, the parent of an entertainer, which you are an entertainer, that's just it comes with the territory. When he was born, you're supposed to walk around feeling.
I'm totally embarrassed and totally ashamed.
That's just how it goes, man. That's how it goes, man. And it's all out of love. And if you're mad about it,
we do not care.
You know.
Exactly. More importantly, he just had his 20th birthday. For you Swedes, you know that Happy means birthday. You can now go to Systembolaget.
Go buy alcohol at the monopoly known as Systembolaget, where you go and buy your government-owned alcohol.
But his gift, you're going to love this.
Okay.
Second week of November.
Okay.
Isak and I are flying to Atlanta. We're going to link up with my cousin. We're going to a Bulldogs game.
What? Wow. You get the grapefruit in person.
We are going to the Georgia-Missouri game. While we're in we're going to be there for about a week. We're going to hit a Hawks game while we're there. That's something he's always wanted to do.
Yeah.
And then we're going to fuck around. The Falcons are playing the Chiefs in the A that weekend as well. So we'll either try. Not good. Yeah. I actually think we probably have more fun like pulling up to like a sports bar, get some fucking classic lemon pepper wings from the A.
Get a lemon pepper.
Kick back with some delusional Falcons fans and just watch everybody crash out when we lose to the Chiefs. It'd be fun.
Ultimate question.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Hold on. I got to set myself
I think I know the question.
For y'all,
I already know the answer.
For y'all, for those of you that don't know, we are both from two cities that are known for their adult entertainment establishments. And we live in a country that is not, it's a different thing here. Matter of fact, I want to pause the music for a second. It's a different thing here. Well, I want to explain that to our Swedish listeners that what I'm talking about is we're from the two probably biggest, I guess if you don't count Vegas maybe, the biggest strip club. No, Vegas is sex. It's more what it is here. In Miami and Atlanta and the South, like you have strip clubs and it's kind of it's more of a casual thing than it is here. Where here it feels like you're funding sex trafficking if you go to a place. So, I went, like I told you, I went in Greece, and it felt like, oh shit, this could be a brothel. You know what I mean? But in Miami, you feel like you're funding somebody's college education. It just feels a little different when you're in the States. So it's a different situation. So when we're talking about going to a strip club, we're talking about going to a place where people, a lot of times you go out and the strip club is the only thing open after the club and you don't want the night to end. So you go to the strip club and you get some drinks, and you might tip some ladies and get some cheap lap dances as far as what I heard it costs here for a lap dance. God damn. So that's the thing. That's what I'll preface it by saying that. Now,
yes.
question for you. You're going, you're in, some people say your city is the best place, the strip club capital of America. Some people say my city is. But regardless, will you be taking Isak to a strip club?
So, obviously, the most iconic one that everybody's heard of, even if you don't live in Atlanta, most people have heard of Magic City.
Yes. Did you? Was that the question you thought I was going to ask?
Well, I thought you were going to ask me if I was going to take them to Magic City because they're famous for two. Magic City is famous for two things.
You mentioned
it is a cultural hub, despite being a strip club. It's also this cultural hub that people, celebrities, politicians, people go there.
They have meetings.
It really is quite different from the way, as you said, the way people think about that kind of establishment here. Yeah. So much so that the Hawks, they actually got some backlash for this. They tried to have last season a Magic City night at the Hawks game. And people were like, hey, wait a minute, that's weird.
I get that.
Anyway, the other thing they're famous for is their lemon pepper wings. So much so that even in the New York Times, they're like, hey, look, we know what this place is. That being said,
if a wing is banging, a wing is banging.
These are like top 5 best chicken wings in the entire country, period.
Hey, man, is this what you tell your wife?
No.
Honey, we're going for the chicken lemon pepper wing.
No. However, my wife has made it clear that she looks at this very much from a Swedish perspective. She said to me last night, she said, I know you would never do this, but if you were to take our son to a strip club in Atlanta, she's like, that would be a deal breaker for me.
Like divorce?
I was like, oh, snap. Yeah.
Wow.
And I was like, look, I'm not going to. I was like, this was not part of my plan to do this.
But however, to remove it from me, like, let me not do it, man. Why you gotta, yeah. At least you didn't ask her. At least you didn't ask her.
However, they do have Uber Eats. So we can order some takeout chicken wings from Magic City.
Yeah, but.
And they do have a takeout window. Apparently, people just go there just to pick up wings.
Going to the strip club is not what people think, man.
Yeah.
The last time I went to a strip club, I never liked. I'm from Miami. There's strip clubs on damn near every other corner, right? I never liked strip clubs myself, and it's not from a great moralistic point. It's from actually a toxic place where I was like, I mean, I ain't gonna be paying to have no woman that I ain't get no sex. You know what I'm saying? That was that mindset I had, and I never really liked it. And I've always felt like a loser just throwing my money away on some women. But the times I've been, it's been like birthday party, bachelor party, stuff like that I've done. Yeah. And not against it. Last time I went though, I feel like times have changed since I was a kid or a young adult. And now I'm an older adult approaching middle age. And I went to a strip club because I think I told you, I went to watch the Dolphins game.
Yeah.
My friend Marlon, shout out to Marlon. He was like, yo, let's go watch the game. I was like, where? He's like, Tootsie's. I was like, Tootsies? He's like, Tootsies. Yeah, man. You go watch it. Let's go watch the game at Tootsies. I was like, the hell? I didn't know you. I didn't know. All right. And then I went, and it was nothing like that. There were scantily clad women serving the food, but the beers were $4. I repeat, the beers were $4, y'all. And it was in the bottle, so it wasn't like they were pouring some cheap ass beer. It was a Heineken, $4, a Corona, $4. It was like that. And then the wings were delicious at Tootsie's, and it wasn't there wasn't any poles. It was a sports bar in the strip club. It's like it's a different thing, man.
Right,
Joanna.
Well, as I said,
I know you ain't going.
It wasn't really part of my plan anyway.
Oh, I know. But I know it crossed your mind.
I mean, I just want to try the wing. I've never had the wings from there. So
I think it's time that we need to start making some content anyway as a football podcast. Why don't we find a copycat recipe and get together and make some lemon pepper wings?
Oh yeah, for sure.
And show the people
I'm sure we can do that.
Your kitchen. I like the way your kitchen set up. It'll be easy to film it too.
Oh yeah.
So
100%.
I'm down to make some lemon pepper wings, man. Some Magic City lemon pepper wings copycat recipe.
Yes, non-human trafficked lemon pepper wings.
Yes, non-college educated.
Yeah, socially
Aspirations.
responsible.
Socially responsible lemon pepper wings. We could do that, man. So stay tuned for that, y'all. Yeah. On my end, I had a little situation here, a quick thing. I don't know if this happened to your kids, but like, I found out, like, you know about Swedengate, right? There was a hashtag a few years ago that where somebody asked on Twitter, like a random thing, what happened in your childhood? What's the weirdest thing happened? A weird thing you encountered in your childhood? And somebody said, I went to Sweden to visit family, and then I went with my cousin to their friend's house, and then they, the family had dinner and made us sit in the room while they all ate. And people saw this and like, what the fuck? And then more people were like, oh, this happened to me. I grew up in Sweden. This happened to me all the time. So then it got exposed that this is a thing. And I had heard about this this cultural thing here of that happening. And it seemed like it was a thing of the past. And people made fun of it. Swedes got really defensive, as they do. Don't talk shit about Sweden, man. We are a socialist utopia. And to me, it's just a weird quirk. It ain't like this, it's some crazy shit. Like nobody's dying or anything. Just a quirk. And then you just like adjust and don't do it anymore if you don't like the quirk, whatever. So that happened a few years ago. It left the news cycle, of course. And then I found out from Bash, my son, that he went to a friend's house. And I asked his friend, it was over. His friend was over, we were eating dinner together. Friend loved my chicken casserole. And then he was like, he was like, this is so good. He said it twice. I was like, damn. All right, well, I'm glad you like it. I was like, do you eat at all your friend's house, right? And I was talking to Martin. Martin. He was there over for dinner. And I was like, Martin, man, isn't it cool that I was saying to the kid, hey, kid, isn't it cool that you get to eat at the table? Because back in the day, some kids didn't used to do that in Sweden. And he's like, oh, it's happened before to him. This next generation have been excluded from the table. It's still going on in Sweden. It shocked me. And then I said, what? That happened to you now? You're 12 years old. And then Bash was like, it happened to me too. I was like, what? You never said it. He said he was sat at the table. He was at his friend's house at dinner, and he said they sat him at the table, and everybody ate except for him. Instead of sitting, a lot of times the tradition that I've heard is that you sit in the room and play with the toys. So some people thought it was cool. I get to play with all the toys that he was being selfish with or whatever. This one was just you sit at the table and you watch us. Yeah, that
is weird.
It's a weird. I call it a quirk, but this feels a little mean. But it's a quirk that, and I talked about it on my social media, and a lot of Swedes get mad about it. But a lot of people say, yeah, it happened to me too, and I can't believe it's still happening. So those of you that are listening to this, stop it if you're doing it. It's just not. It feels not nice. We know you don't mean it in a mean way, and there's all these weird reasons that people try to say, but just stop doing it. If the kid's there, either you can send the kid home too. Send the kid home. It's okay, but don't have the kid sit there while you eat in front of them, or sit in the room while you eat in front. It just feels rude.
It's such a difficult cultural thing to understand. I bought like a little sign that I brought back with me when I was visiting Georgia this summer. It's just like one of those little metal signs, and it says, "Y'all eat yet?"
Yeah.
And that's just how we roll. Like
that's how we roll. We're Southerners, man.
Food's ready. You're here.
Yes.
You're hungry?
Yes. You are a part of we. You know what I'm saying? If we eating, we eating. Like I'm not whoever's in my house when food's ready. So I felt bad when I was grilling outside and people walked by. If I knew more of the people in my neighborhood, I'd be flat. Yo, y'all want something? But I had just started to grill, and I was like, I'll wait. Next time I'm out here grilling, I'm gonna be like, y'all want something? Because that needs to happen more here, man. There needs to be more community feeling like that. It's like, come on, man. If you at my house,
I do this all the time.
Care, man. I'm offering food.
We have a spot like that outside too, and I can't tell you how many times, because Swedes will do these shitty, they'll bust out these crappy little grills, and they don't know what they're doing. And I've been out there. My grill's firing on all cylinders, and these motherfuckers are over here trying to get their shit going. And I'm like, girl, come on, just put it on here. Just go ahead and put it here on our. She's like, what? No, it's okay. I'm like, no, you don't understand. It's fine. The coals are hot.
Yeah.
Which yours are not.
Yeah, and yours won't be for 40 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. You are at least an hour away from eating.
Yeah.
Just put it on here. It's all good.
Come on over here. It's okay. It's fine. And you don't owe me anything. We'll never be even, and that's okay. Like, tell her, but it doesn't have to be even. Oh man.
It's all good.
Yeah. That's my thing I wanted to talk about. All right. Let's get some sports talk.
Let's rip through the news real quick. I don't normally like to start on a sad note, but my man, former Bulldog, and perhaps one of my favorite Bulldogs of all time, Nick Chubb, has officially announced his retirement from the NFL. I spent the majority of Saturday, I don't usually fuck with social media, but I went on there to check something, and man, I started seeing all these Nick Chubb highlights, and then I scroll and I'm like, oh, there's some more. Oh, everybody's talking about Nick Chubb. I must have wasted an hour of my life just doom scrolling Nick Chubb highlights.
Damn.
It's so sad.
Damn, man.
Yeah.
Devastating injury, man. You got to say that's what led to the end.
But I love the way people talk about him. I love the way that everyone's like, if it's not for injuries, this guy is easily probably one of the best to ever do it. And to me, the fact that you had Sony Michel and Nick Chubb as part of the same backfield in Georgia at one time, the fact that crew did not win a championship is one of the greatest injustices of college football for me. Yeah. They sort of laid the groundwork for the next crew that came in and won those back-to-backs. But I just feel like, this man.
There's also an Ohio State fake pass interference call, but
exactly.
In the championship, would have had a sixth, but
these things happen.
Yeah, these things happen.
What else happened? Vita Vea and the Bucks, they have managed to take care of their impasse.
Yeah, we knew that was coming.
Yeah, they weren't going to let him go. He got a 1-year, $30 million extension. Ooh. There was no way they were going to let him walk out of the building.
Yeah.
Straight cash, homie.
We have some other interesting movement. We have Seahawks have signed ex-Cowboy and 2-time Pro Bowl cornerback Trayvon Diggs.
Oh, yeah? That's Stephon Diggs' cousin.
Correct.
Yeah. I like that.
This comes in the midst of this kind of sticky story about the Seahawks trying to pick up Terrion Arnold, who we obviously talked about was let go by the Lions. He is, being charged and for what is essentially a kidnapping. It's really kind of funny because you watch Hard Knocks and you hear them talking about it. I mean, full credit to them. I mean, normally this is something they would try to hide on Hard Knocks, but it winds up making them look kind of bad, because the GM for the Seahawks, he admits if we had drafted him and he was in this legal trouble, we would have cut him too. We would have done exactly what the Lions did. But he's like, because we didn't draft him, it's different. So we can pick him up. And I'm like, oh, no. So the fact that he's responsible for a kidnapping where somebody stuck a gun in somebody's mouth and threatened to kill them, somehow that's different because you didn't draft him.
Come on.
A little weird. And also kind of shows you how, the morality in the NFL, it's really, it's not something stable. It's always shifting.
What's wrong with you?
Najee Harris has agreed to a 1-year deal with the Giants.
Oh, nice. But he's at the team, right? Remember, he was one of the top backs in the league.
He's going to be a backup, obviously, to Cam Scatterbo.
But Scatterbo's hurt right now.
Yeah, he is. But most of his preseason action, he looks like he's pretty much ready to go, I think.
Oh, good. Good.
So yeah, that looks as though it's on the up and up.
Yeah, man. We need our white running backs.
Absolutely. Falcons signed edge rusher Zadarius Smith to a 1-year deal.
Oh, nice. Good for y'all.
34-year-old edge rusher.
That combination is always good.
Beggars can't be choosers. I mean, the Falcons, started offseason by losing Jalen Walker to an injury, and then obviously the James Pierce Jr. suspension. What was that? 8 games?
8 games, yeah. But that's good. You can ask a 34-year-old edge rusher to give me 8 games. Hold it down.
I mean, the last time we saw him play, he could still do it. You know what I mean? So it's just about, will his body hold up, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. The Saints have sent linebacker Deion Jones to the 49ers in exchange for my man, former Bulldog running back Zamir White. I don't know. Dogs becoming Saints. This is not something I don't like that at all. I didn't even know Zamir White was on the 49ers.
Not good.
I didn't either.
He
they
got
like
drafted
to
by
hoard
the
running backs over there.
He got drafted by the Raiders and was kind of buried on the depth chart. I bet he's probably glad to get out of the San Francisco. At least he knows he's not going to get injured, which we'll have more news about that later.
Pass his injury on to McCaffrey.
Yeah, exactly.
You rescheduled this injury. We're going to give that to.
Now on to injuries. Texans wide receiver Jaden Higgins suffered a season-ending ACL injury. Damn. This is a major, major bummer. A lot of hype was around this dude. Yeah. Good rookie season last year. Year 2 was supposed to be the year he was going to level up, but now it's a lost season.
Where were they at when it happened? Was it at home? Or was it practice?
It was practice, yeah.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. Saints running back Alvin Kamara is expected to miss at least a month with an MCL, which is obviously why the Saints went out and got a little help with Zamir White. Bills wide receiver Keon Coleman, who was the topic of a lot of discussions at the end of the season last year, is not practicing, spotted at practice wearing a walking boot.
Damn.
So keep that in mind when your fantasy draft rolls along. And the Jets running back Breece Hall is going to miss at least 2 to 3 weeks due to a groin sprain. He's expected back for week 1, but man, these soft tissue injuries that make me nervous. Roger Goodell, the NFL commissioner, gave a rather interesting interview this past week. He claims that, quote, there is no doubt that the league will feature teams from outside of the United States at some point.
Okay, no doubt.
He did not specify when that would happen or where that.
Did you say he would specify when that will happen?
Yeah, exactly.
That's my no doubt reference.
I bring it up because it's like, it's a very interesting indication of conversations that are happening behind closed doors. Yeah. I don't think we've spoken about it on here before. I don't think there's any reason to doubt that at some point there will be a 4-team division that exists outside of the United States.
Yeah, that makes sense.
There's been a lot of ink spilled since this interview trying to unpack the logistics of what that would mean for those, not just those 4 teams, but also, the teams that would need to play one of those 4 teams. I think it's a huge mistake.
Yeah.
I think it's something. I think
it's going to water down the league. Yeah.
I think the NFL is jealous of a type of success that they refuse to admit is not really possible. It's not possible. They're never going to. Yeah. You're never going to be as popular as the World Cup, right. And they want to be, and it's not going to happen.
No, it's not a sport that people even people in America grow up playing. Like you play soccer, it's like that's a sport that it's an easy sport. You just go get a ball and you play. It's like even if you don't know all the rules and stuff, it's just like you get it, and it makes sense that all over the world are playing. It's like it's such a head start. You're not going to catch up. Sorry, man. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay to be second.
Yeah,
or third, I guess. Cricket. You know what you got to do? Just keep repopulating, you know what I mean? Open those borders up, get to 1 billion people, and then you'll be like up there with cricket. That's attainable.
There's also some indication, and this is really kind of speaks more. We've spoken about the idea. We know they want to expand to an 18-game season. And when they do that, I'm not going to say if, because they are going to do it.
Yeah.
When they do that, there's going to be 2 bye weeks. Each team is going to have 2 bye weeks.
Yeah, that helps too, yeah.
Which can also be seen in the other statement that he made, that likely before you see a division that exists outside the country, the NFL has a strong desire for there to be like an international game every week of the season. They want to have, right now we have what, 10 or 12? They want 17 or 18.
They missed the first step. We told them what to do, bro.
Yeah.
They missed the first step of getting loyalty.
Yeah.
And assigning coverage to different cities.
Well, they're trying to do that now.
They should have done it when the SveNFL began in 2020.
They've essentially allocated the sort of promotional and media rights for different teams to different areas all over the world already.
Wow.
Which is what we told them to do in the first place.
Yeah. Because they could have had it where like all Scandinavia is Vikings fans.
Right.
And then like have a Vikings home game be here. Like that's a different way to do it.
Yeah.
That's a way to do it without adding teams. Like you can get Europe involved, and then they love it. And then it's like, what if we had our own team? Oh, now we got a team.
Yeah. I mean, these are things that are obviously in the future. We don't know how long it will take for them to pull this off, but I guarantee you they are in the lab trying to figure this out now.
Yeah. I'm down to consult.
Deshaun Watson is back in the news for all the wrong reasons, as usual.
Fuck that guy.
I really don't like that dude, man. He
got booed by his own fans this past weekend in preseason action, and he basically took to the podium after the game and essentially said, "Fuck those fans." He didn't say that exactly, but
kind of.
He if you go and watch the press conference, like he was very critical towards those fans.
Man.
And then 24 hours later, he gets named the starting quarterback, even though we, through 2 preseason games, have seen with our eyes that Shedeur Sanders is actually better than he is.
Yeah, we see that Deshaun Watson's like, he's trash.
Most people assume that, I don't think anyone is predicting that Deshaun Watson is going to play the entire season. I think most of the articles that I've read since they announced that he's going to be the starter have just chalked this up to the Browns being the embarrassing team that they always are. That they've sunk all this money into this guy. The owner this was never a QB battle. The owner had decided it. This is all a farce.
Yeah.
The coach just had to pretend like this was a legit QB battle. And in the end, it's going to blow up in their faces. And it's just, it's never going to fall back on the owner. It's just going to make their new head coach, Todd Monken, former Bulldog. It's just going to make him look bad, which I'm not here for.
There's one of the things he said too. He said that he was getting booed for off the field stuff. And I've mentioned her a bunch, man. This woman is one of my favorite follows, a sports analyst, Tanya Ray Fox. I highly recommend that people go check her out. Her take on this was so dope about Deshaun Watson and how like fans will put up NFL fans don't mind violence against women. They're not booing you because of the violence against women that you're accused of. They're booing you because you suck. That's the thing that's not that they don't tolerate, and it's like you suck. And then to try to use basically using like black people getting targeted, like using the struggle, actual struggle, to like undermine the mainly black women that you assaulted. or accused of assaulting is more fucked up than anything. It just makes him look like he's just a worse and worse dude every time. And it's a real fuck that guy moment, man.
And the numbers back it up because a lot of people don't know this.
What, 27? The amount of women that are accused?
Yeah, that too. But I'm talking about the on the field numbers. Set aside the off the field stuff, as you suggest.
Exactly, yeah.
And the numbers, a lot of people don't know this, but even before the Achilles injury, since the year 2000s, the Browns have had nearly 30 different quarterbacks. Statistically, Watson has been one of the worst.
She pointed out in her post that there's one quarterback that was worse than him. If you look at, I think it was minimum of 500 passes or something like that. Guess who that quarterback was?
Jamarcus Russell?
No, not that far back. Zach Wilson.
Wow.
He's the only one, and this is in like the past, like what, since joining the Browns. Zach Wilson is the one. That's the only one that's worse. Imagine feeling Zach Wilson like, God damn, I caught a stray on that. but it's like
that means suck. That means that he's worse than
Will Levis. Yes, if he got to throw that many passes, but worse than you name it.
I feel like he threw that many interceptions.
Yeah. It depends. Left hand, right hand, which hand we're talking about. But it's like you were the worst quarterback besides this, future perennial third string clipboard holder. And then they have to put him as a starting quarterback. It's like that's why you were booed, man. The fans know that you shouldn't be there. That's why you were booed, despite you also being a horrible human being, according to these allegations.
Ball don't lie.
Yeah,
it's all going to crash and burn.
Yeah, so that's
We're going to see it.
Glad you brought it up. I want to get that off my chest.
That's it for the news for now. So I guess maybe we could take a break, and when we come back, we do the hot seats.
Let's go. SveNFL is proudly sponsored by Brisket and Friends. Brisket and Friends is the best barbecue in Sweden. Brisket and Friends. Barbecue so good, make you want to slap your grandma. Go there. Get you some good barbecue. Best in Sweden. Now, back to SveNFL. All right, we back, y'all. Schif, take us through it. You tell us what the temperatures are. Is it the same as last year? What's your hot seat grades, variables?
Category 1, my ass needs a sweater. These are the guys who are safe, either because they're good at their job or just because,
situation.
First-year coach, not your time, whatever. Category 2, I think I'm going to change into shorts, which means it's getting a little warmer. These are the guys where the rope is getting shorter and shorter with every game that's played. Category 3, desperately in need of a fire extinguisher. The ass hair is gone. The blisters are forming. This person is really looking over their shoulder 24/7. We're going to start with the RIP section because 10 NFL teams either fired or respectively parted ways with their head coaches this past season.
It's got to be the most.
Some of them already got new jobs. In the RIP section, we got Brian Callahan, who was with the Titans. Brian Daboll from the Giants. Tough start for Brian's. Raheem Morris from the Falcons. Kevin Stefanski from the Browns. Pete Carroll from the Raiders. Jonathan Gannon from the Cardinals. John Harbaugh from the Ravens. Mike McDaniel from the Dolphins. Mike Tomlin from the Steelers. Sean McDermott from the Bills. All those guys were relieved of their employment.
Tomlin retired or stepped down.
Correct. Well, like I said, they either got fired or respectively parted ways.
Yeah. Okay. And I want to also add that the reason there's 10 is because of the John Harbaugh. I think that made people like, you know what, man? If he can be gone, we can give it to our guy.
Exactly. So the first category, my ass needs a sweater. These are the safe guys. First of all, I got a bunch of shit wrong from this category last year. I had Sean McDermott, John Harbaugh, Pete Carroll. I had my guy Raheem Morris in here.
God damn.
Safe. And none of them were safe.
So, well, I mean, do we even do this? Do you know ball, Schif?
No, but I think that you're right. I think the thing that was very unique for last year was
a top coach getting let go.
Was both Tomlin stepping down and Harbaugh made it possible for the Ravens to fire Harbaugh.
Yeah.
Which made it possible for a lot of people to go, you know what, we're done too.
Yeah.
Like guys like McDermott, and Pete Carroll, even though he was one and done. Yeah. You know what I mean? Under normal circumstances, I think Pete Carroll would probably still be there. Anyway, for me, the safe dudes this year are, and you can stop me if you disagree.
I will.
Sean McVay from the Rams, D'Amico Ryans from the Texans.
Of course, yeah.
It's a long list, actually. I think a lot of guys will be safe.
Yeah, I mean, so much turnover. Yeah, Andy Reid.
Andy Reid is Andy Reid. Yeah, I could see him retiring by not getting fired.
Yeah.
John Harbaugh at the Giants. Obviously, he got hired to be the Giants head coach. There's no way he's going to be one and done. Jim Harbaugh from the Chargers. I think he's safe too.
All the brothers.
Ben Johnson from the Bears. Safe. Yeah. Liam Cohen from the Jags. Great season last year. He's fine. Mike McDonald just won the Super Bowl. He's obviously safe.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Vrabel from the Patriots.
All the Mikes.
You know, I mean, if an offseason sex scandal couldn't get him fired, it's certainly not going to get fired now. Schottenheimer from the Cowboys. I think he's safe. Kellen Moore from the Saints.
Yeah.
It's only year 2, so I kind of think he's safe too.
Of course. They got a little bit of hype this year, though.
Mike LaFleur, first year with the Cardinals, obviously safe. Kevin Stefanski, first year with the Falcons, safe. Jesse Minter, first year with the Ravens, safe. Joe Brady with the Bills, first year, safe. Clint Kubiak, same thing. Raiders, safe. Todd Monken with the Browns obviously should be safe, but as we discussed earlier, I think this is going to be a total shit show.
Yeah. This might be a Robert Saleh existence for him.
Browns are a dysfunctional organization. Exactly. So he should be safe, but don't be surprised if he gets fired.
Because remember, Robert Saleh was there, and it was all like this whole mess where they the organization bringing in players for Aaron Rodgers and all this shit was like out of his control.
Sean Payton from the Broncos, he's safe. Jeff Hafley, who's now with your Dolphins, he's going to be safe.
Yeah, first year.
Mike McCarthy with the Steelers, he'll be fine. Robert Saleh with the Titans, they're going to give him more than, he's a lot of new coaches, so a lot of guys are going to be safe. The other guy who I put on this list is Dan Campbell, but I think Dan Campbell is safe.
Do you think he's icy short or whatever the category is safe?
I think Dan Campbell for me is really, really close to the other category.
Yeah, he might be the least safe of the most safe.
Yeah. And not really more because, like we've been saying the whole time, they really feel like they had something going. Feels like the window's closing. Last year was obviously a disappointment. They finished last in the division. They don't make the play. If they don't have a bounce back year, he's gonna, depending on how the season goes, he may be slipping into the next category that we're getting ready to talk about.
Yeah.
Which is, I think I'm going to change into shorts. Now, I had Mike Tomlin in this category last year. Most people, yourself included, thought I was crazy, but I predicted that the Steelers fans in the organization were getting a little tired of trying to hang a hat on this never had a losing season thing.
He never did, though, right?
Now, he will most certainly be back at some point.
I'm saying he didn't. Didn't they end with a winning season? Yeah. Okay.
You're correct. Yes, he did. He will be back. This much I know, right? And I said it when I predicted this last year, and I'll say it again: that the NFL without Mike Tomlin is something that I don't want to see. That I want him back. Yeah, but this category, and especially the next one, keep in mind that the ghost of Mike Tomlin is hovering over these two categories hard.
Yeah.
Okay, because every team that struggles this year is going to be like, "Hey, call Mike Tomlin again."
You know how he was the catalyst for all of the firings last year? He could be another 2 years in a row catalyst. All he has to do is have a press conference and say, I'm interested in coming back to coach in the NFL.
I'm telling you.
Because I think even the Steelers would, no, they probably wouldn't go back. But then they get like a trade out of it.
Totally. The first guy I got on changing into shorts for me is Panthers head coach Dave Canales. Look, really? They had a good year last year. They won the division. This is where he hit the button barely because we had the three-way tie.
Barely.
And so I had him in this category last year simply because, for me, as long as David Tepper owns the Carolina Panthers,
you never know.
I don't care who the head coach is. Yeah. He's in this category.
Yeah, he's a drunk guy with a loaded gun.
And in some ways, Canales is even more vulnerable because he
has a Spanish-sounding last name?
Yeah, and because he had a porn addiction at one point that he's now whatever. He showed that he can get this team to improve, right? He made something out of this team that was unexpected. They win the division. If they regress, he's in trouble.
Yeah.
Backwards is not. If he doesn't go forwards, Tepper is going to get very impatient, and he may not survive. I'm putting Matt LaFleur from the Packers into this category.
Really?
For the same reason that I had Tomlin in this category last year. He's obviously a good coach.
Yeah, they got a good quarterback, yeah.
But every year, it feels like the ceiling for this team is right where it was last year, right? 10-plus wins. You're going to win at least one playoff game, but they're never true contenders when it matters most. He's been the head coach since 2019, and every year feels more or less the same to me. I think the fans and the organization are probably getting a little impatient.
Imagine Mike Tomlin coaching the Packers.
Oof.
Like being on the best, like this is the best franchise in the league. They're owned by the city.
Man, something feels right about that.
He would coach both teams that don't have cheerleaders. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't even think about that, but something feels very right about that.
Imagine that. Like that's what they're like. You know what? We're gonna and the city. You know they don't have some crazy owner that's like got an ego. They'll be like, you know what? Whoever their GM is will be like, let's trade for him. He's good at. They don't like spending. They don't do big spending or whatever. He's good at maximizing. Imagine the coach who can find, who looks under rocks and finds wide receivers, going to the team that only needs a good wide receiver core. Imagine Mike Tomlin coaching Micah Parsons.
The thought never crossed my mind, but everything that you're saying makes so much sense.
Oh my God.
It's crazy.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Just thinking about it. Just, woof, man.
Go from the AFC North to the NFC North. It just feels very Mike Tomlin to me.
Man.
My thing was hard.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. I'm rooting for that, man.
I kind of am rooting for it as well.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Never say never, but never.
Right. Exactly. Okay, the next guy I'm putting on this list might sound a little crazy too. I'm putting Kevin O'Connell from the Vikings here, who I like a lot. I really, really like this guy a lot. And in some ways, I don't want to put him in this category. I don't. But the Vikings have been an absolute mess since they let go of Kirk Cousins. It's been fun. And even though I think maybe he gets a little too much credit for being a QB whisperer. I mean, he got Josh Dobbs ready to beat the shitty Falcons team on 2 days' notice, but he had all year last year to whisper and yell in the ear of J.J. McCarthy, and that did not go well.
We couldn't do diddly poo offensively.
And as much as I respect him, and I don't want to put him here, if this Kyler Murray reclamation project does not go well, I think there's a very good chance that it's going to fall on the neck of Kevin O'Connell.
Yeah, man. And his replacement might be on the roster.
Maybe.
Or Brian Flores.
Maybe.
Because that defense is probably going to be the top 3 defense in the league.
Yeah.
Did you see it? Somebody was breaking? I followed this guy. I wish I remembered his name. I followed this guy who like breaks down film because you know me.
Tape head.
I'm a tape head. No, but this guy broke down broke down the unreasonably aggressive preseason Vikings defense. Why would you do this? He's like, why would you do this in the preseason? And they showed like just tons of like these different blitzes to come from different fakes, amoeba, like all this. Like it's the fucking preseason. He's breaking it down. It was hilarious, and it just shows that Brian Flores is on one, man, and he built that shit out of like one of the worst defenses in the league right before he got there, and they're now one of the top. And I feel like they're just gonna get better and better. A couple drafts under the belt, and it's gonna be like they could.
There's also a really funny moment from the Netflix quarterback series where Cam Ward is grinding tape in prep for playing the Vikings. And he's sitting in a dark room watching the Vikings defense, and he's explaining to the camera. He's like, you watch this tape, you try to read like what the defense is doing. He's like, but like this right here, he's like, I ain't never like look, watch this. He's like, I ain't never seen no shit like that in my life. He's like, that shit is crazy. He's like, you don't know which one. They all line up like they're coming, but you don't know if it's going to be that guy, that guy, that guy. These two guys drop back, but it might be those two guys. He's like, I ain't never seen no shit like that in my life.
Just max protect every time.
Yeah.
It's a thing, man. It's
those are the only three guys on the changing into shorts category.
Bro, I haven't heard Aaron Glenn.
Well, that's because we are now at the desperately in need of a fire extinguisher category.
Ah, okay. After his second season,
we have mentioned many times on this podcast, if the Bengals shit the bed and don't make the playoffs again, I mean, I actually think that he has the strongest chance of being the coach that gets fired in the middle of the season.
Ah, okay, my guy, Zach Taylor.
I mean, we've said this before. Last season, at the end of the season, every coach in the AFC North either gets fired or steps down. And how the fuck is Zach Taylor the last man standing?
I would have thought Stefanski would be last man standing.
Me too.
Or actually, Mike Tomlin, if he wanted to stay, type of thing.
Sure.
But that was probably a mutual thing.
There are very few people in this category who I think is hotter than Zach Taylor, period. Aaron Glenn, as you mentioned, look, it's year 2.
Yeah.
But we're talking about the Jets here, okay?
Yeah.
Woody Johnson is one of these too rich to be wrong type of owners.
Ooh. I see some names that I'm a little shocked about. Okay.
Also, you cannot be a defensive head coach and have a defense so bad that you go the entire season without a single interception.
Yeah.
Plus, you throw in the Giants hiring Harbaugh. If that goes well, the Jets will be the only laughingstock in the New York.
Yo, how was it that the Lions had such a good defense with him? I guess they didn't have a super good defense, but they kind of okay. Never mind.
They really didn't.
No, they didn't.
I mean, the Lions were winning shootouts.
Yeah, exactly.
And that was also the year shootouts and blowouts, and it was the year that Aiden Hutchinson's rookie year where he was just absolutely phenomenal before he was injured. Played fantastic. So they had a better defense, but it was circumstantial, I would say.
Okay, yeah.
They always had a terrible secondary.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. And they continued.
Yeah. So I think he's in trouble.
Yeah, he's in big trouble.
Bucks, Todd Bowles.
I saw this coming. I feel like they're gonna be a good ass team this year. We haven't talked much about it, but I think they might do some shit, man. They're going to have motivated Baker. He's the best player in football.
Okay, so Todd Bowles, the thing you have to remember is that last year they started the year 6-2, and then they finished 2-8. They lose the division to the Carolina Panthers. Last year was the first time it felt like they kind of milked the Baker Mayfield experience for all it was worth. I know it had a lot to do with injuries. The Panthers are out here feeling themselves. the Saints finished pretty strong last season. So did the Falcons, idiots. As soon as we were mathematically eliminated, we just like suddenly couldn't lose. The other problem with Todd Bowles is that you go out here and you start firing coordinators, and now you got nobody else to look at, right? Fired the OC, Josh Grizzard.
Yeah, he lost.
They bring in, and then they bring in the Falcons OC from last year, who was not great. To me, that's a sign that the leash is getting shorter. And I'm thinking that the NFC South clown car demolition derby is kind of catching up to the Bucs and Todd Bowles.
Yeah.
And I think it could blow up in his face this year if it doesn't go well.
I think that as long as Bruce Arians is up in that front office, I think Todd Bowles is safe, man.
Maybe.
That's why I wouldn't have him in this like super hot seat like this, especially with the injuries to Baker, a bunch of injuries last year, and the fact that their draft class includes Ruben Bain, who's going to be next to Vita Vea.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've seen some of the highlights just from the preseason, but he might be. It might be a Aiden Hutchinson type of pickup.
Yeah,
So
I agree that I think,
man, that defense is gonna be nasty, bro.
If I had to put money on it, I think the Bucs will win this division.
I think they will.
I am fully prepared to say that. However, if it does not go well, the Bucs are right now. The Bucs are at a crossroads. They're not paying Baker. Yeah. They want to see it one more time, which means that if it doesn't go well, and Todd Bowles was the one coach that everybody was talking about as soon as the season was over. How did this? It was Zach Taylor and Todd Bowles. How did these guys not get fired?
Oh, okay.
So I think the pressure is on. I think he'll live up to it. I think he's a good coach.
Yeah, same.
But I also think that his seat is hot.
All right. Who else you got?
I got Colts, Shane Steichen. This is a similar problem that the Bucs had. They started the year 8-2, then they had their bye week, and they come back and go 0-7 for the rest of the year and miss the playoffs.
And lost their starting quarterback.
Absolutely. However, this was another guy that everybody was wondering, because his counterpart who got high, him and what's his name? Him and Jonathan Gannon were both coordinators for the Eagles. They both got hired to be head coaches at the same time. Gannon gets fired last year. Everyone's a little surprised that this guy didn't survived this debacle. And again, I'll say the ghost of Mike Tomlin looming over the year here. I could see him landing as the Colts head coach as well.
Okay.
I got Dan Quinn on this list for the Commanders. Obviously, it's always tough when you lose your starting quarterback for most of the year. So in some ways, it feels a little unfair to put him on the hot seat. That being said, the defense, like Aaron Glenn, this is supposed to be your specialty. Your defense was terrible last year.
I heard a report out of camp that he's like changing his whole coaching philosophy.
Not a good sign.
Not a good sign at all.
Not a good sign.
His culture thing, like he's trying to be fun. It's like, what? You're gonna become a player's coach? No, it's so unnatural, and players will see through that shit. Yeah, that's not a good. That's a sign.
Also, the other thing you got to keep in mind, we have a team that has been totally revitalized due to the recent ownership change, as well as the rookie season 2 years ago that saw Jaden Daniels take this team to the NFC Championship game. Yeah. The tough part that comes with setting a bar like that is that now you got to get back to it. And that means that the rope is pretty short, because if you don't get there, And you've got the trend of these young hotshot coordinators getting head coaching gigs. The head coaching position has never gotten younger or has never been younger than it is right now. Yep. And for a dinosaur like Quinn, if you can't get him back to where you need to go, it's off with your head, bro.
Maybe that's why he's going through this coaching midlife crisis.
I think so.
He's like, I want to be Mike McDaniel.
Yeah. Next up, we got Eagles, Sirianni.
This I was surprised, but I get it. It seemed like they're waiting on him to fuck up.
2 years ago,
Yep.
they win the Super Bowl. In part because Howie Roseman picked all the coordinators that year.
Oh, really?
Those guys all get other jobs, and now they're going to let Sirianni hire the coordinators. The offense falls off a cliff last year again. All of those coordinators that Sirianni hired last year got fired or left. Sirianni doesn't call plays. He regularly gets in fights with not just opposing fans, but players on his own team. He can't hire competent coordinators. He's advertised as a vibes coach, and yet the vibes could not be more horrible. So it brings you back to the classic Office Space question. What exactly do you do here?
Each individual coach, each individual player, everybody in the building.
And think about this. A.J. Brown out the door. If you can't get this offense to click,
not good.
This is going to be kind of like what happened. Anyway. It's going to be very similar to when A.J. Brown left the Titans.
Yeah, they got Vrabel out of there.
So I think Sirianni, I think his seat's hot.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't know that that Howie hired them too, man. He's the best GM in the game. It's him and then the Rams GM.
Yeah.
What's his name? Les Miles? Whatever his name
is. Les Snead.
Les Snead. Who's Les Miles?
Les Miles is the former LSU coach, right?
I don't remember. I think so, though.
Okay. You know it's coming. There's a name I haven't mentioned. Last but not least.
Wow. He said he's in a hot car seat.
Okay, let me say this. Every year I usually put a long shot candidate on the hot seat. Last year I put Stefanski on this list, and I turned out to be right. This year, my long shot candidate is the one and only Kyle Shanahan.
What? Talk about Schif, man. If if that happens, I don't know, man. As far as Schif,
this thing was hard.
Now, allow me to explain myself. I've said many times on this podcast that at some point this man is going to run out of people to blame.
Yeah.
I did not take into consideration that he was still capable of blaming non-human objects like his self-driving car, which may or may not have been responsible for his recent mysterious car accident.
Nigga, please.
In all seriousness, this team has season-long collapse written all over it.
Well,
the injury issues are off the charts. Again, a full month before they even suit up for week one.
Yeah.
They're telling us that McCaffrey's okay. They're doing this load management thing, but, they did this last year, or they did this 2 years ago when they told us that there was nothing wrong with him, and it turns out he had some kind of Achilles tendonitis in both of his Achilles. So, he also led the league in carries as a running back, which usually from 1 year to the next does not bode well for that running back.
Yeah.
Okay. The rookie wideout, Devon Stribling, has been getting a lot of preseason hype, wide receiver, but the rest of the receiver room gives some genuine cause for concern. Kittle is still coming off a nasty injury from last year.
Yeah.
Mike Evans is no spring chicken. Ayuk lost his damn mind.
Yep.
Right? The defensive side of the ball has more injuries than I dare to list, and this substation nonsense, which is probably still nonsense, is still a story that they have to answer to because people are talking about it.
Yeah.
And then you throw in the fact that no other NFL team will travel more miles than the 49ers this year, which I think we know oftentimes has a direct correlation to future injuries that haven't even happened yet, on top of the shit that they're already dealing with.
Yikes.
The fact that they won so many games last year, despite leading the league in injuries, was a minor miracle. And maybe Shanahan deserves some credit for that. He probably does. But don't forget, we're only 2 years removed from the 2024 season where they finished dead last in the division at 6-12.
Yep, 6
I
games.
genuinely believe this could happen again. Since Shanahan took over this team, he's had 5 winning seasons and 4 losing seasons. If they shit the bed this year, the noise to cut this man loose will be constant and significant. And another thing that just happened yesterday that I completely forgot to put in the news rundown, just to add more pressure to this team. Yesterday, it hits the news that the owner of the San Francisco 49ers was arrested for trying to buy a prostitute in an Ohio trailer park.
Damn, he didn't even see. That doesn't happen at Magic City, Joanna.
No, doesn't happen.
See, don't go to trailer parks. At a trailer park, god damn, the owner. That's some old different shit, man.
That's just telling you,
shit, bro.
The vibes around this team are terrible.
Yikes.
And I think it could be the beginning of the end for Kyle Shanahan if they have a season like I think they're going to have.
Wow. Hey, man.
That's a bold statement.
I might have to get with you, though.
Finish strong.
Yeah, man. Finish with hopeful. You've been after this dude since 28-3.
And again, I'll say it. I've said it before. I know some people probably don't believe me. I have no issue with the 49ers. I like the 49ers. One of my first, loves of football, obviously I was always a Falcons fan, but, that Jim Walsh 49ers team, that completely changed my whole idea of what football could look like. They were the Chiefs of my childhood. They were that team that was, he was like Bill Walsh. Sorry, yeah, an absolute football savant who was just like.
What was the name of the? He created the West Coast offense. Yeah.
Well, he didn't like calling it that. Bill Parcells called it that pejoratively. He was like, "Oh yeah, how's that West Coast offense?"
Yeah.
Anyway, I like the 49ers. You'd be better off without Shanahan. Maybe you go get Mike Tomlin again. There you go.
I think whoever could get him wants to get him, man. And then they got John Lynch over there. He don't mind spending money.
Mm-hmm.
He's the mid-season trade guru. Damn. Well, that's it, huh?
That's it.
You feeling good, man? Okay, how many of from last year in super hot seat were let go? Because so many coaches got let go. But a few of them were let go from your cold seat. Do you still have your last season's hot seat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Last year's hot seat, I had Jonathan Gannon with the Cardinals.
Mm-hmm.
Ding.
Yeah, I got you.
I had Shane Steichen from the Colts. I had Mike McDaniel from the Dolphins.
Hurt my feelings, man.
I had Zach Taylor from the Bengals.
Somehow.
I had Brian Daboll from the Giants.
Wow. Okay, you called that. I didn't see that one coming.
And I had Kevin Stefanski from the Browns.
Wow. Yo, you only missed one, and it was one that doesn't make sense. No, 2.
Exactly.
You only missed 2.
Well, and neither one of Zach Taylor should have been fired. I think everybody agrees with that.
And then you said Steichen.
Shane Steichen. I put Gannon. I felt like Gannon and Steichen, their futures were kind of tied together in a way because they got hired at the same time, and they're both not really living up to expectations. I just assumed if one of them got fired, they both would, and one of them didn't, and the other one didn't. But the Zach Taylor one is the one that makes the least amount of sense. Like, how the fuck is he still there? So it's a pretty good hit rate.
He must know something.
Pretty good hit rate on the.
Yeah, good job.
That's not a bad hit rate on the hot seat.
Okay, so All right. I'm looking forward to seeing if you're right again, man, because Schif is obviously in this category. You kind of Skifstradamus moments here.
Yeah. So if your name is Zach Taylor, Aaron Glenn, Todd Bowles, Shane Steichen, Dan Quinn, Nick Sirianni, or Kyle Shanahan, be worried.
Did you say Zach Taylor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
He was the first
be
one.
worried, man. Skifstradamus has spoken. Damn.
Start dusting off your resume.
Yeah, man. And the ghost of Mike Tomlin just looming over, scaring everybody. Thank y'all for checking this episode of SveNFL out. We're going to be back a couple more weeks of this offseason, and then the season starts where we're bringing 2 episodes a week, so stay tuned for that. And we'll be back as soon as possible. I've been Jonathan Rollins.
Give Muzara.
With SveNFL. Peace.
Later, y'all.